Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. Today I want to answer two questions. What are male and female cucumber flowers, and how do you prune cucumber plants? I'm going to use videos from a couple years ago, use the timestamps to jump around. This is one of my cucumber plants, dark green, full of leaves, but I have a lot of leaves that are deep down under other leaves. You really don't need those leaves, so those are the leaves you want to prune out. The video will talk more in depth about how you do that. Also, I get a lot of questions on, what are female flowers? What are male flowers? It's real easy once you know. I'm going to show you what that is. Sometimes you have a cucumber plant, for whatever reason, nobody knows why, produces all female flowers at once or all male flowers at once. You need both to occur at the same time. Both flowers have to open so pollination occurs, or you're not going to get a cucumber. Nobody knows why that happens. One thing you can do is plant different varieties, plant them at different times throughout the season, and sometimes it's just a matter of nature doing its thing, and they produce male and female flowers at a ratio that works for that plant. But if you've been trying to grow a variety that just doesn't seem to work, try a different variety or try multiple varieties in your garden. They can cross-pollinate each other. You're going to get great cucumbers, but there's nothing you can do to the soil or any tricks to get more male flowers or more female flowers. It's really about the plant variety and what's going on in nature. All right, here are the two videos that will help you out in growing cucumbers. A female cucumber flower always has a cucumber there. If it doesn't get pollinated, it's going to grow a little bit, then it's going to turn brown and drop off. So you need pollination to happen. There's another female cucumber. Here's one that's growing. It's already lost its flower right in there. And then where you have flowers that don't have cucumbers under them, that's a male flower. So they have to open, together so bees and other pollinating insects can take the male pollen and take it over to the female flower and pollinate the cucumber. So it develops into a full-size cucumber. Again, as I was saying, sometimes they're just out of sync. It doesn't work. Keep planting. Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to prune cucumber leaves. Quickly, the outer leaves are getting the sun. Those are the leaves you want to keep. Leaves underneath of those, down in the center, being shaded out a lot, they're not really doing anything for the plant except creating a place for potential diseases and insects to take hold. So you want to remove those leaves. It'll give better airflow to your plants. You'll be able to get in there and inspect for pests and problems, and they're just not needed. So you want to keep the outer leaves, the ones right here, of course. First thing you want to do, if you have any dusts or anything on your leaves, wash them off. You don't want to be knocking the dust onto the flowers while you're working in there. The second thing I like to do, and please subscribe, I'm doing a whole series on growing cucumbers, caring for cucumbers this year, is to spray peppermint spray across the leaves. I use this primarily to deal with spider mites, but it also masks the scent of your plants. And when we're going to be cutting these cucumber leaves, we're going to be kind of releasing a pheromone, the scent of the cucumbers, into the air, and some insects use that to zero in on a plant. That smell kind of gives them the signal that there's something damaged, and they come to the plant, and see what they can do. So I like to cover everything with the peppermint oil, and then we get to work pruning the leaves. Let me show you how to do that. I like using plain old scissors, nice and sharp. They cut nicely. They don't mash the vine that you're cutting. It just cuts really quickly. And you start with really first exploring what's going on in the inside. And if I go in here, there should be some good growth. There's a cucumber right there. And there's probably more in there, but here's one. When you're growing your plants and you have this many leaves, it's hard to really see what's going on. And you do want the airflow. You can take the leaf off. Some people like to cut it right here where my thumb is and leave that stem on, or you can follow the leaf all the way down to the vine there and cut that off. I'm going to cut it closer to the vine. It really doesn't make any difference. First thing you want to do, start looking at the top leaves. Those are getting the sun. The ones underneath, all down in here, are going to be removed. Let me show you what that looks like. Here are some of the leaves that I'm removing. And when you get down to the bottom leaves, they're already starting to yellow, starting to rot and die off. So you do really want to remove those. If we come in to the plant, just so that you can see how I do it, I'm just going right to the end of the leaf and giving it a snip. And it's really that easy. And again, looking in here, you see all the leaves that are dying and just aren't doing anything. You do really want to remove those. And I found another cucumber while I was in there. This is a bush variety cucumber, and sometimes you're going to find vines that are just starting, you know, somewhere in the middle. I have a lot of flowers, a lot of cucumbers. This guy's just going to kind of flop over onto other leaves. I don't have any place I can really put it. I've already trained some of the vines up the trellis. I'm moving some of them out towards my path so I can remove that. So you can prune back some of the growth same way, and you're just, you know, cutting it back to the vine that it's coming out of. And that's okay to do, especially when you have so many flowers and so many cucumbers. So here's a good example of the outer leaves collecting all the sun. And if we go into here, all those leaves can be removed. They're not really doing anything whatsoever. This is what I've cleared out so far. You don't have to take everything to start. You can do this in stages, but there are plenty of leaves. Well, removed a lot of leaves right out of the center, but there's plenty of leaves around the plant right now to collect sun and keep everything growing. As we move down the plant, you know, again, covering everything in the center, all of that is going to come out. And there's another vine starting right here. I'm going to remove that because it's going to, again, be growing over something that's already producing. So next step, remove everything right down there. You don't have to prune all the leaves at once. You can do this slowly over time. What I like about doing this is I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then as you work your way down, another 3 or 4 cucumbers. So they're producing. I'm going to actually grab some of those and some of the dill, make a salad. Sliced cucumber, dill, red vinegar, olive oil, and some salt. Perfect little snack after working in the garden. Opened up the bottom. All the leaves that are turned in different directions will all turn upright and face the sun. After they correct and they're growing how they're supposed to grow, you can assess again what other leaves you have to remove. This is what came out of there. So it was a good amount of leaves, but just notice there are a lot of yellow and dying leaves. That's not a disease. That's just because they were just buried and not in the sunlight. Took out a couple of the smaller vines. If your plants are producing well, you can go ahead and do that. I have to get to the other side, prune the other side, but this is nice and open now. So the final thing that I'm going to do is hit them one more time, top sides, bottom sides of all the leaves with the peppermint oil. That will just help mask the scent, and also the peppermint oil really helps control spider mites. Sunlight is a great antiseptic. It really goes far in stopping molds and fungus, so it's really important to open your plants up like this. Please subscribe. I'm doing a whole series on growing cucumbers, maintaining, tending cucumber plants for 2023. Check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com and prune away those leaves. This is true for cucumbers, also for squash plants, butternut squash. I'll be doing videos on that. But prune away the leaves that just aren't getting the sun. Thanks for watching. Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. This video is all about cucumber plants. Please check out the video description. I have a playlist for growing cucumbers this year, and you can also find the playlist in the iCards, and at the end of the video, you'll see it pop up. I'm doing a whole series on how to grow and care for cucumbers in 2023. Today I want to go over identifying male and female flowers, talk about fertilizing, a little bit about watering. The plants have really grown in the last 7 days. This is what the growth is going to look like. You want to assess your plants now. They've been fertilized. I know that they're good. They don't need any fertilizer. You're going to see, you know, edging issues. You might see spots on there, but generally speaking, they're nice and green. Nothing to worry about. The plant is growing, and you're really looking up at the top. You want to just see new leaves coming in, and the plants have really taken off. If you check out the playlist, you'll see how much they've grown since really about 7 days ago. So once your plants get to this size, you're going to start getting flowers. And right here, above my middle finger, no offense, is a cucumber, and then a flower. That is a female flower. All female flowers on your cucumber plants have a little baby cucumber with a flower on top. That flower has to open, and it has to get pollinated by a male flower. Here's another example of a female flower, and you can, again, you see the cucumber, and it has a flower. The male flowers, let's see if we can find one, and this is really good in the sense that there's 2 more female flowers. The male flower just has a stem, and there's one right there. You can see the flower, and there is no cucumber underneath of it. It's just a stem. You want the flowers to open at the same time. So this flower's open, the female flower's open, the bee comes over to here, the bee goes over to there. The cucumber right here gets pollinated. If it isn't pollinated, it's still going to grow, and it may get, you know, 1 inch, 2 inches, then it's going to get a brown tip and die off. And that always freaks people out because they think there's something wrong with their plants. It is a female flower. The cucumber wasn't pollinated. So you're really looking for, there's another male flower right here. You can see that it's just a stem, which is great. Male flower open, female flower open, great chance for pollination. Once pollinated, that cucumber is going to grow to size, and you're going to be able to harvest the cucumber. Now the question I always get is, why isn't my cucumber plant flowering? I don't have any male flowers, I don't have any female flowers, what can I do? And sadly the answer is nothing. You can't really speed up the process of more male flowers, more female flowers, or speed up the process of flowering. It would be nice, but you just can't. So the cucumber plants usually work it out. It's all based on temperatures and the makeup of the plant, the variety, etc. What you can do is plant more plants in a space so that you have more opportunity for male and female flowers to open up at the same time. But you're basically just feeding, watering, taking care of your plants, and you let the cucumber plants do as they wish. And you can just see all the beautiful flowers on there. So I have really 2 plants there, 2 plants there, 2 plants there. That's 6 plants. There should be enough male and female flowers opening at once. The pollinators will come in and do their trick. Well, will do the trick of pollinating. So I want to show you real quick watering. Right now it's raining. Raining only counts if you get a good inch of rain that's going to soak into that top 4-6 inches of the soil. These cucumber plants have been fed in the beginning. You can check out the videos. It shows you how to set up a planting hole, direct seed, all that. They've been fed, they've been given a little bit of water-soluble fertilizer, but the whole key to success is watering, and I want to show you what a watering looks like at this point. If you already know, you know the video is pretty much done. But people underwater their cucumber plants, so this is what it looks like. So when your cucumber plants are at this size, they have really well-established roots going into the earth and also shallow roots spreading out, and you really want to make sure you water them. At this size, you probably want to do this at least 2 times a week, and that's if you get some rain. If you're not getting any rain, 3 times a week. I'm going to do this in real time. About 10 seconds, you're really soaking in the water so that the water is getting down to a good 6 inches in the soil, you know, and at about 10 seconds or so, this is going deeper into the soil, getting down to those deeper roots. This is going to make the most difference for a great harvest and really healthy plants. Now, right in between the plants, the shallow roots are coming out. You don't have to do it quite as long, but you are really soaking down the surface here. If you have down grass mulch or other mulch, keeping it moist helps worms come in, break down the mulch, take it into the soil. But most importantly, you're putting water out here for all these surface roots, so the plants are getting maximum water. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 10, and maybe a little bit more, just to get the water down deeper, and then you would do the surface in between. I do this at this size about 3 times a week. If you're not having any rain whatsoever, maybe even 4 times. As the plants get bigger and they're moving up the trellis, you might have to do this every other day. Now, I am watering by hand. If you're using drip irrigation, you want to make sure the water is covering, the hose for the drip is covering the whole area and getting down to a good 6 inches or more. And each drip system is going to have a different setup, so you just have to kind of figure out how to regulate that. But watering is the biggest key, in my opinion, to having really, really healthy cucumber plants. These plants are beautiful. Now, with today's rain, it's washing off some of the dust that I put down for the cucumber beetle. So after the rain is gone, I will come back, dust as I did in the previous video, and that's just dusting a couple of leaves, and that's to prevent the cucumber beetle from taking over. Hope you found this helpful. Please follow me. I'll be doing a whole cucumber growing series this year, real time, focusing on the same plants over the 2023 season. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com. And don't worry if your flowers aren't showing up yet on your cucumber plants. Just take care of them and they will over time. Thanks for watching.